understand the business in details. It will help you understand if the business is worth your time, if the business is worth your money, if the business is capable of making you that the company is saying it will make you. It is very important. Imagine we are telling you that a particular business is going to make you $1 trillion in dollars, and then you go ahead to look at the services that company is rendering, and you're seeing that they are selling tomatoes, you're seeing that they are selling crayfish, you're seeing that they are selling pepper. How is that going to make you $1 trillion in dollars? By the time you see those services, you will be like, no, these people are not serious. Because there are so many disadvantages. There are so many disadvantages, and there are so many things that will stop you if you're looking at those services. Now, we want to look at SWIFTtrip core service. What are the services we are rendering as a company? As you can see on the screen, you have the aviation, we have the e-taxi, we have the e-commerce, we have the logistics, and the hospitality. All of these are the services we are rendering. Look at it. Amazing. And good thing, all of these services will be built on smart contract. They are all on blockchain. That is it. Look at the service ranging from the aviation, the e-taxi, the e-commerce, the logistic, and the hospitality. Is there anyone that is not capable of changing or elevating your finance? Look at it. Just on one of these services, can you compare your finance now to what it would be if you just own one of the services that we are rendering? Now, how much more all of these services put together? That is why we say SWIFTtrip will make $1 decillion in dollars. Now, let's look at the next slide. Looking at the aviation business, you can tell that this aviation is not a new business. It's something that the masses out there, they understand, they know about. Yes. The aviation in SWIFTtrip, Sama, you are coming to own what? An airport. You're coming to be an owner of an airport. That is the power of identifying with a system. With that little token you're coming in with, it gives you the privilege to own this platform, to own this service. The aviation business, the aviation service. If we were to leave you alone, would you be able to achieve that? Would you be able to be an owner of an aviation business? No, but because we are working together, because we are coming together to make this work, that is why you and I can boldly say that yes, we are an owner of an aviation business. Examples of this aviation business, if we are using examples of this aviation business, we have examples like the Airpeace, we have the Airic, the eBomb Air, and a whole lot of them out there. The Value Jet. All of these are examples of aviation platform, aviation business, aviation services. Okay? Now, imagine people patronizing the company via the aviation platform. Do you know that as a shareholder, as an owner of this business, you earn from all of these people? Even if you are not the one booking the ride, you simply earn what? From all of these people, so long they are patronizing the company. Like I said, that is the beauty of owning a system. Now let's look at the next one, which is the e-taxi. The e-taxi platform, we have examples like the Uber, the Bolt, the Palm Drive, the InDrive, and a lot of them out there. All of these are examples of e-taxi platform, e-taxi business, e-hailing what? Business. Looking at it, transportation. Do you think it's a business that will lack patronage? No. Transportation business is not a business that will lack patronage. Despite the fact that we have lots of companies that are into the transportation business, yet they cannot solve the need of everybody. What does that tell you? It simply tells us that the transportation business can never be oversaturated. That is what it means. We came to this life, we are seeing this transportation, and we will still live this life. This transportation will still be in existence. And not just the transportation, the buying and selling. Of course, we came to this life, we met the buying and selling, which is commerce. And we will live this life, commerce will still be in existence. And we've now have an advanced way of doing this commerce, of doing this buying and selling, which is what? The electronic commerce, the e-commerce. Once this buying and selling is done in the online space, it is called the e-commerce, electronic commerce. That is the power of technology. That's the power of advancement. As we are advancing, things are getting better and easier for us. Technology. With your mobile phone, with your device, you can buy and sell whatever you want to sell online, without you being there physically. We have companies that are into this. We have the Jumia, we have the Amazon, we have the Alibaba, we have the Konga, we have the Gigi. All of these are examples of e-commerce platforms where you can buy and sell. And by the time you've purchased something, by the time you've purchased your goods, by the time you've purchased what you want to purchase, now your question you want to ask is, how do you get those things to where they need to be? It's very simple, because in this same SWIFTtrip platform, we have the privilege, or we have the platform whereby all of those your stuff purchased, all of those goods purchased, you can take them, or you can send them to where they ought to be via the logistic platform. That's the work of the logistic. Whether you want to do it locally or what, internationally, the logistic aspect takes care of those luggages, those things you purchased. Examples of logistic platform: we have the God is Good Logistics, we have the DHL, we have the UPS. All of these are examples of logistic platform. Now you can see, you can tell that the services we are rendering are not new. They are not new. There are services that are already in existence. Or do you want to talk about the fifth one, which is the hospitality? When we're talking about this hospitality, we are talking about hotel. We are coming to build our own hotel where customers will patronize us. Customers will come and rest their head. Customers will come and relax. This is what we are building in SWIFTtrip. And cool the thing, we are saying thank you to you, the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, to every ambassadors of SWIFTtrip that made this possible for us to secure our own land here in Rivers State. What? 900 million naira, close to $1 billion naira. We wouldn't have been able to do it if you do not join us, if you did not see what we've shown to you. First and foremost, we say all thanks to God Almighty, but then we won't fail to appreciate you who have seen it, who has made it possible. Today we can boldly say we are an owner of 9 plots worth 900 million naira, of which we are looking at erecting our own hospitality, our own hotel business. 20-story building, the tallest building in Rivers State, Port Harcourt. That is what we are coming to do. Congratulations to you, congratulations to me, congratulations to every one of us. I'm so happy. We are so delighted because today we can say, yes, that is our land. And tomorrow you will see us saying, yes, this is our hospitality building. This is our hospitality, our hotel. Of course, I don't need to explain to you and I what a hotel business is. We have it spread across the world today as we speak. We are coming to build something massive. We are coming to change the narrative of things. SWIFTtrip is not coming to do lesser than what it has said. We are coming to do more than what we have said. We say thank you once again. So like I was saying, that you can see that all of these services are not new. They are services that are already in operation, that 1, 2, 3 or more companies are into it. These are the services we are talking about. Now let us move to the next slide. Has SWIFTtrip launched the business? Has SWIFTtrip gone live? Has SWIFTtrip gone live? Now let us look at the slide. We said no, SWIFTtrip has not gone live because we are at the vision phase, we are at the development phase, we are soliciting, we are calling out for subscribers, we are calling out for like minds for them to come help us develop this business. We are calling for like minds to help us develop this business. Whether you're a student, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a banker, whether you're a lawyer, whatever profession you find yourself, are you a fishmonger, are you a butcher, whatever it is you're doing, if you can see this thing that we are showing to you, please come be part of it. Because the opportunity is gradually leaving those persons that are still observing, those persons that are looking, say, oh, let me see if this will work. The opportunity is leaving them gradually. So do not miss out on this business. So long you want something good in the future, so long you are looking at a better future, please identify with SWIFTtrip. SWIFTtrip is that business that promise you and will give to you a better tomorrow, a better future, that will give to not just you but rather your lineage a better tomorrow. SWIFTtrip is that business. A transgenerational business. Like I said earlier on, we are not building a 50 years business. Neither are we building a 60 years business. What we are building is a forever business that even when you are you're no longer in this life, the business will still function and pays you and pay your generation and pay everybody's and pay my generation. That's the kind of business you're building. You missed out on opportunity to be a shareholder in Uber. You missed out on opportunity to be a shareholder in a startup business that today you're seeing and you're wishing if you had been part of the business. SWIFTtrip is that business. It's even bigger and greater than the business you missed out on. Now that we are that exciting stage, now that we are that idea stage, come and be part of us. Let us build something massive together. Let us build something massive together. Now that is at the vision phase, that is where the opportunity lies. This is where the opportunity lies. And we are still on promo now that is on the vision stage. And as we proceed, you will see that. Now the question is, how much can I subscribe? How much will it take me to be an owner of SWIFTtrip? How much is it going to cost me to own all of these 5 services? How much is it? Is it $1 million, $1 million? How much is it for me to be an owner of a global business? Mind you, SWIFTtrip is not a local business. SWIFTtrip is not a business that will operate only in a particular country or only in one state. No, it's not even going to operate only in one continent. It's a global business. It's a global business. So you want to know how much it's going to cost you to own this business or to be an owner of this business. Now we said, buy a node slot. Subscription fee is how much? $250. $250. That is what it costs. That is the price of SWIFTtrip node slot. Now, let's take note of this, that we are already working with the $250 slide, and also note that the price is $180 today and it increases by $5 every 2 days until it gets to $250. Yesterday is day 1, so after today it will be, by tomorrow it will be $180 plus 5. Okay, that's $185, right? That is what it will be. So it increases by $5 now every 2 days. Like I said earlier on, SWIFTtrip is gradually leaving the hands of those persons that we see it and they are thinking, should I be part of it? Should I not be part of it? So if it's your first time of listening, if it is your first time of hearing about SWIFTtrip, please make how do they put it? Capitalize on it. Run with it. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Like I say, the 2 days counting has started. Today is by the end of today, it will increase to what? It will increase by $5. And now from this $250, what is going to be the actual project fee? $150. An advertisement fee that used to be $80 will now increase to what? $100. That is what it is. That is what it is. So now that we are on promo, do well to capitalize on it, especially if it's your first time of listening to us, if it's your first time of joining the meeting or your first time of hearing about SWIFTtrip. Now, by the time you pay this $150, by the time you pay this $250, what do you own? What is your ownership percentage in SWIFTtrip? It's constant. 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. That is it. Remember earlier on I said what we are building is a global business. Now with this your ownership percentage, every transaction that will happen in Nigeria, all over the world, you will simply earn according to this ownership percentage. You will earn according to this what? Ownership percentage. Now, we used to say that even when this is selling for $200,000, your ownership percentage will still be the same. Now that is on promo, please do well to come in. Do well to come into SWIFTtrip. Okay, so as we proceed, you will also see some changes that has been made. Like I said, the slide you are working with right now is the $250 slide. Okay, the updated slide. So we shouldn't be talking about the what's it called, the $180 slide or the old slide. And remember, this increases by $5 every 2 days. Now the question is, when will SWIFTtrip go live? When will SWIFTtrip go live? Now it's very simple. And it's spelled out here. We said SWIFTtrip profit share is 5% in volume. Business launch is at the sales of 3% share volume. First, the launch of SWIFTtrip is embedded in a milestone of 2.4 million sold units of shares. 2.4 million sold units of shares. That is the that's the 3% you're talking about. Now let me quickly explain this. Now we are saying the company is giving 5% of its shares. And then we are saying that the company will launching the business. When I'm going to launch the business, we say we are launching this business at the sales of 3%. From this 5%, if we sell 3%, we will launch the business. Then how many units are there in this 3%? It is 2,400,000 node units. And how did we get that? Let us quickly show that to you. Remember, the minimum volume to sell for the launch of business is what? 3%, like I just explained. And your ownership in SWIFTtrip, if you pay your $250 or your $180 or you made your payment of $185, the case may be, what do you own? 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. Now simply do 3 divided by 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. What is it going to give you? 2,400,000 node units. That is how to calculate the 3% unit. I believe this is well explained. Now let us look at the next slide, which is saying initial business launch before we scale global is where? In Nigeria and in the United Kingdom. You can see these are the 2 countries of launch. These are the first 2 countries of launch before we then spread our tentacles in other parts of the world. We'll be launching this business first of all in Nigeria and the United Kingdom simultaneously before we scale global. Like I said, what we are building is a global business and not a local business. Good 18, you and I are opportune to be an owner of a global business. Like I said, if you're to just leave us alone, we wouldn't have had this opportunity. Or if this business is not coming from where it's coming from today, you and I wouldn't have had the opportunity to what? Identify with it. So if you're a shareholder of SWIFTtrip, you should be proud. You should begin to future. You should begin to operate in the reality of the future. Begin to operate in that reality, and you will see that everything will work as you want it. As you want it to. Begin to work in that future. If you are speaking, speak from that angle. Speak from that future. When you are talking to your prospect, talk to them as if you're already in the future. You can even talk as you're talking to them, you just feel relaxed. Just act it, and you will do what? Become it. Act it, and you will become it. So, congratulations to you and I, as we are part of a massive global business, as we are part of a business that is employing the citizen of every nation we are launching in. Imagine having 8-point-something billion people work for you, and you get paid. You're earning from this massive population. Do not miss SWIFTtrip. Let us look at the certificate of incorporation in SWIFTtrip. You can see this is our CAC certificate in Nigeria and the EFCC certificate in Nigeria. Then we have the United Kingdom certificate. Look, see, we told you we are launching this business in Nigeria and in the United Kingdom. So our certificate in Nigeria and the United Kingdom is set. Okay, they are waiting for us there in the United Kingdom to come launch the business there. They are waiting for us. These are our certificate. You can also go do your findings. The numbers are there. The company numbers are there. The CAC, the EFCC, the United Kingdom certificate registered in England and Wales. Go do your findings. Congratulations to us once again. Now, quickly want to look at this slide, which is asking us a question still. What makes SWIFTtrip stand out from others, from other companies? Now, who are the others? The others are those people that are rendering the same service as we. Just like we talk of rendering the aviation service, and we have Airpeace, we have the Eric, we have the ValueJet that are also rendering the same service. We talk about the e-taxi, the Uber boat. Now, what is that thing that will make SWIFTtrip stand out from other companies, that makes SWIFTtrip unique from other companies, that will make a person, that will make a customer want to patronize SWIFTtrip and not the other companies that are rendering the same service as we? Now let's look at the next slide. It's as simple as that. Just those 3 words: pay your customer. It's what makes us unique. It's one of the things that makes us work, that makes us what? Unique. The PYC. Pay your customers. And I know before now, if it's your first time, that you've never heard of the PYC, the pay your customer, before. What you are aware of is the KYC, which is know your customers. That is not bad at all. We are saying it is not enough. That is just what we are saying. Knowing these customers is not enough. Who does know your customer help? It does not help anybody. Sir, the era we are in right now is the era where these customers need to be put on payroll. They ought to be on payroll, that at any time they patronize the company, they do what? Earn from that patronage. Why? Because these people are very, very, very important. The customers are very important. Without these customers, we won't come out and say, oh, we are into business. No. For a business chain to be complete, for the chain of distribution to be complete, the customer must be involved. The customers must be involved. So the customers are very important. That is why we are looking at putting them on payroll. SWIFTtrip is looking at putting our customers on payroll, that any time, any day they patronize the company, they earn from that patron. So how is this PYC going to work? How is it going to play out? Now, what we are looking at right now is how customers will benefit from SWIFTtrip. Customers who are not shareholders, customers who are not pioneers of this business, customers who are not co-owner of this business, they just heard of the business. By the time we've launched the business, they heard of it, and someone told them that, okay, use my link, download the app, and then book the ride. So if they book the ride just like that, without paying a dime, without paying to be an owner of the business, and they patronize the company, how are they going to earn? How will this PYC play out? That is what we want to look at. First of all, it is important for you to know that our customers are our profit generators. They are the one generating profit for us. Exactly. They are the profit generators. And also, it is important for you to know that whatever amount the passenger will pay, that amount will be charged depending on the distance covered, because there is no fixed price in SWIFTtrip. Just like we know that in other e-taxi business, there is no fixed price. Okay, so the charge or the distance covered will determine the amount the passenger, the profit generator, will pay, or the customer will pay. Okay, now whatever amount he or she is paying, that amount is known, is considered to be 100%. It's considered to be 100%. Now, this 100%, we are assuming this passenger paid 10,000 naira for this ride, which is seen as 100%. How will this 100% be shared? How will it be shared? Let's quickly look at it. Now, 2% goes to the passenger, who is the profit generator. And please, it's important for you to know that what we are dealing on now is the e-taxi dynamic proposed profit share. Okay, the e-taxi, that's the road transportation. How will the money be shared via the e-taxi platform? Okay, now 2% goes to the profit generator. 2% goes to the profit generator. Then that 2% that goes to the profit generator, it's what we call the PYC. It is the PYC. Pay your customers. Amazing. It is also important for you to know that this 2% is not bonus for next ride. This money is money that this profit generator can withdraw anytime, any day. He can withdraw it and purchase whatever he or she want to purchase rather. He can withdraw this money and buy whatever he or she wants to buy. He can use the money at whatever he or she wants to use it for. Okay, this money is money to be spent. He or she can use this money for whatever he or she pleases. Now let us look at the next one, which is 10%. 10% goes to the platform provider. Who is the platform provider here? It is SWIFTtrip. SWIFTtrip is the platform provider. 10% goes to the platform providers. And what is this 10% used for? It is used for the launch of business in other parts of the world. It is used for the launch of business in Afghanistan, in Cameroon, in Italy, in Tanzania, name it, all parts of the world. In South America, in North America, in Asia, name it, all parts of the world. Why 5% is for the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, which is you and I. Remember, in this 5%, every one of us are earning according to our ownership percentage. Okay, so I own my own ownership percentage in this 5%. So I simply earn according to my ownership percentage from this transaction. Okay, now that is that 5% plus 10% is 15% plus 2% that went to the passenger who booked the ride. That is a total of 17%. Now 80% goes to the driver, who is the service provider. The driver is the service provider, and the 80%, the driver is getting the bigger share of the percentage because he is doing majority of the work. He is the one fueling his car, he is the one maintaining his car, he is the one that will have to be on the road morning and night. Okay, so he is getting the lion's share of the percentage. And also note this, that by the time this driver do not enter the road, he won't earn this 80%. Okay, but you, whether this driver, this particular driver, goes to the road or not, you're simply earning from other drivers that are performing or that are rendering the service. Okay, so this driver, for him to earn this 80%, he needs to put in work. He needs to be the one to render that service. Okay, so that is that 80% goes to the driver, who is the service provider. That is 80% plus 17%. That is a total of 97%. Now, in SWIFTtrip, you earn up to your 4th generation, whereby the 1st generation, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th generation of both the customer passengers referral and the customer's driver referral, they earn from that same transaction that took place, because the 1st generation of the passenger will be earning 1% of that amount that took place. The 2nd generation will earn 0.3%. The 3rd generation will earn 0.1%. The 4th generation of the customer's referral change will earn what? 0.1%. 1% plus 0.3 plus 0.1 plus 0.2 is a total of 1.5%. The same thing goes to the customer's driver's referral. Okay, 1.5 plus 1.5 is a total of 3%. 3% plus 97%, that is a total of 100%. So you can see how this is shared and distributed to every person. Please note that the same PYC we talked about just now applies to every of our services, including the aviation, the e-tax, the e-commerce, the logistics, and the hospitality. So the same thing applies to all of the services we are rendering. Now, who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip? He is no other person than Honorable Richard Nnadi, the CEO and the founder of SWIFTtrip from Nigeria, Enugu State. We are happy to have you, sir. We thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip. We thank you for being the CEO. We thank you for being the leader of this vision. Thank you very much, and our prayer is God's divine wisdom continually upon you. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip, and we love you so much. Let's look at the next slide. How are you going to profit as a shareholder in this business? How do you profit as a shareholder in SWIFTtrip? It is very important for you to know your profit. Just like I say, there is no businessman, there is no businesswoman that will want to go into business without knowing what he or she will benefit from the business. Okay, now let's look at how you profit from SWIFTtrip. Now we are looking at how you earn in the future. In the future, how do you earn in the future? Let's look at it. In this analysis, we want to work with the e-taxi. We want to use e-taxi as a case study here. And this e-taxi we are looking at per trip. One trip. We are saying if one trip happened in Nigeria or in the United States, what will be your profit as a shareholder of SWIFTtrip? Those of us that understand Naira better will be working with Naira. And those of us that understand the dollar very well will be working as well with $10. So that is $10 is not the equivalent of, 8,000 Naira is not the equivalent of $10, okay? So we are just using separate figure. Assuming the 8,000 Naira is what the cost of trip is, the cost of trip here in Nigeria, and $10 is the cost of trip here in the United States. How much will you earn as a shareholder? What and how do you calculate that? It's very simple. Simply do the cost of the trip, which is 8,000 Naira or $10, multiplied by your ownership percentage. If you do that, you will get 0.0 in 6 places 125 cents and 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo respectively. That's 8,000 multiplied by 0.05 places 125% will give us 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo. And if you do $10 multiplied by 0.0 in 6 places 125%, it will give us 0.0 in 6 places 125 cents. So this is not small. If you are here and you're looking at it and saying this is small, please sir, please man, it is not small at all. It is not small. Do you know why? Because there is a man I will want to show us, I want to tell us about. In person of, I was about to say Honorable Richard Nnadi. In person of Olusegun, the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, who is a shareholder of MTN. Sama, do you know that anytime you and I recharge MTN, anytime we recharge our card, 100 Naira, 200, 300, 500, 1,000, do you know that he earns from that recharge card according to his ownership percentage? Anytime you and I buy data, data of 1000, 1 gig, 2 gig, 3 gig, 32 gig, name it, 100 gigabyte, 1 terabyte, name it. He earns from that recharge, from that data, according to his ownership percentage. It does not matter if you just finish recharging and the money you just recharge just finish, you just exhaust that call card, and if you go recharge again, he will still earn from it again. It does not matter how many times. And Google has that he makes 45 million naira every day, every single day. For a business that is not global, for a business that is not, for a business that only operates in Africa, it makes 45 million naira every day. How much more a business that is global and not just one service, but what? 5 unique services, 5 services that can transform the lives of everyone that ventured into it. Amazing. So quickly we'll be showing to you how cents, how Kobo can become millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. It is very important for you to see so that you will know that these figures or this unit you're seeing here, it's not small. It's not small at all. So let's see how cents Kobo can become millions, because they say a little drop of water makes a ocean. Okay, so we will look at how this cent, this Kobo can make this massive ocean, this ocean of trillions rather, these oceans of trillions, these oceans that is going to make you and I a decillion in dollars. Let's look at how it is going to work, and we are looking at where we could be in 5 years from now. What do I mean by that? We are saying 5 years after the launch of SWIFTtrip, 5 years when SWIFTtrip has been in operation, we operated in the year. Well, let's say we launch business today. We've operated for 1 year, for 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years. That is what we are looking at. Where we could be in these 5 years after SWIFTtrip must have launched business and been in operation. And we want to work with a worst case scenario of 50 trillion trip performed globally. 50 trillion trip performed all over the world, all over the places that we've launched the business. Remember, I told us that we are launching this business in all parts of the world. So we are looking at 50 trillion trip performed globally. How much would you have made from this business? And not just 50 trillion trip. Because this 50 trillion trip you're talking about is worst case scenario to happen in 5 years. Give us 3 years, you will see us perform these 50 trillion trips. Okay? Now, we are also saying that this 50 trillion trip costs $10 or 8,000 naira, the same amount that per trip analysis cost. The analysis we just did, or the calculation we did earlier on, that gave us 0.0 in 6 places 125 cents and 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo. So we are assuming that this 50 trillion trip that happened in Nigeria, in China, in Italy, in Cameroon, in India, in Dubai, name it, all part of the world, cost $10 or 8,000 naira respectively. Now, how do you multiply it and how do you calculate it? You simply do, since the the 8,000 naira multiplied by 0.0 in 5 places, which is our ownership percent, 125%, gave us 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo as per trip profit. Now you simply multiply that 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo, multiply it by 50 trillion trips. If you do that, what you will get is 5 billion naira. 5 billion naira. Now you do that of 0.0 in 6 places 125 and multiply by 50 trillion trade, what you will get is $6.25 million. Look at what we are already making out from this business in a worst case scenario. Already we are millionaires in dollars. Already we are millionaires in dollars. Amazing. Every shareholders of SWIFTtrip are already millionaire in dollars for a worst case scenario that we'll look at. And if you are here, you're saying, oh, do I have to wait for 5 years for me to withdraw this money? No, remember earlier on I said it is decentralized. You can perform your transaction anytime, any day you want. Okay, so you don't need me, you don't need a CEO, you don't need the admins to finalize or to process anything. You just earn, you place your withdrawal and you earn almost immediately. SWIFTtrip is going to transform your life. This is just one service that is giving us $6.25 million and 5 billion naira respectively. How much more when we add all of those services, aviation, e-commerce, logistics, and hospitality? including the e-taxi. You just can't comprehend what you will be making out from this business. So do you also, if you are here and you're also thinking that it is not possible for us to get 50 trillion trip in 5 years, and you're looking at it that it's too soon for us to perform 50 trillion trip in 5 years, and you think it will take us to, it will take up to 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years to perform 50 trillion trip, please sir, you are free to expand it to whatever year that is comfortable for you to see us make this 50 trillion trip. But then the real question is, are we going to make 50 trillion? Will a day come whereby we'll make 50 trillion trip? Yes. That is it. So every one of us have different mind capacity. So extend it to whatever capacity that is comfortable and convenient for you. But the thing is, we must definitely make 50 trillion trip. We are saying give us 3 years and this 50 trillion trip is done and dusted. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for any reason. And we said subscribers asset growth evaluation in 5 years. You need to see the power of system. This system is giving you the privilege to earn as you sleep. As you sleep, you are earning. Yes. And how do I mean? If it's night in Nigeria, just like we all slept and woke up this morning, while we are sleeping at night, in other countries is their business hour. They are performing transaction, and as an owner of a system in SWIFTtrip, as they are performing that transaction, you will be sleeping and earning. Every millisecond, you're earning. Money is entering your account. You're just getting the notification. A time will come you won't have to turn off notification, because the money that is now coming will now be sounding as disturbance. We need that kind of disturbance. That is the kind of disturbance we need. Let us own a system. Let us identify with a system. Look at how a system has yielded for you 5 billion or 6.25 billion naira for in 5 years worst case scenario evaluation. With what? A subscription fee of $150, which is the actual project fee. Remember earlier on I said we are now working with the updated slide, which is $250 slide. Okay. Now, manpower or manual labor cannot take you too far. It is only a system. It is only a system that can do this for you. That's why I say imagine employing the world to work for you, and as they are working for you, you are earning, you are sleeping and earning. SWIFTtrip will make you what? A decillionaire in dollars. Because of what? A system that you've identified with. SWIFTtrip is going to make you a decillionaire in dollars. Gone are the days whereby we are saying SWIFTtrip is going to make you a trillionaire in dollars. Now is what? A decillionaire in dollars. A decillionaire in dollars. So I believe every one of us, we are now too comfortable with the trillionaire in dollars. Now let us transcend to what? Decillionaire in dollars. And adapting to this won't be easy, or won't be hard rather, because you're already comfortable with something massive. You're comfortable with things that are massive. Now, if it's no longer massive, you're no longer what's comfortable. Now, we are telling you SWIFTtrip is going to make you a decillionaire in dollars. Do not let anybody be a hindrance to you. Do not let anybody talk you out of SWIFTtrip. Whose mic is on? Do not let anybody talk you out of SWIFTtrip. Okay? SWIFTtrip is going to make you a decillionaire in dollars. Now, let us look at the next slide, which says how you earn in the now. We've been able to show to you how you earn in the future. We've been able to show to you how you will earn by the time SWIFTtrip launch the business. Now, there is still an opportunity, or there's still a means of which you can earn now that we are at the vision phase, now that we are at the development phase. Let us look at it. We said we have a corporate global challenge. We have what? A corporate global challenge. Now, the speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve this global challenge. This is a global business. And as a global business, we have what? A global challenge of which we need your effort, we need my effort, we need everybody, we need a collective effort. We need a collective collaboration in order to what? Achieve this global success we envisage. We need this speed. What will take one person 10 hours to achieve, it won't take 100 persons that same 10 hours to achieve. It will take them lesser time to achieve. That is the power of what? Collaboration. That is the power of working as a team. Working what? Collectively. That is speed. The speed is second to none. You can't compare it. Once we are all in this together, 11,000 of us, once we collectively go into the field market and then solve this challenge, you will see that in less than no time, we are done with this. The speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve our global challenge. Now, the question is, what is the challenge? What is the challenge? We say 2.4 million node units to be sold is the challenge. 2.4 million units to be sold for the launch of Swift Report is the challenge. Now, let us look at the next slide. That also tells us the benefit of solving the challenge. Now at the vision phase, now at the development phase, and it says, as a shareholder, as a co-owner, as a subscriber, every time you solve a unit of this challenge, you do what? You get paid. You don't just do it for free. $50. You who told the person as the direct referral, you get what? $70. By the time we begin to sell for $250, but for now you're getting what? $50. Now that it's increasing by $5 every 2 days. Like I said, you can still get it today for $180, and by tomorrow, because yesterday started counting day 1, today is day 2, and by tomorrow it will be $185. Then the next 2 days it will also increase by $5. Okay, so that's how it increases every 2 days till it gets to what? $250. And by the time it gets to $250, that is when, by the time it gets to $250, that is when you can now earn this $70 direct referral bonus. Okay, so that is that. And the second referral, or the second indirect earning, is what? $15. Third is $10. Fourth is $5. Now if you do 70 plus 15, that is 85, plus $10, 95, plus $5, that is $100. So by the time you are now selling at $250, our advert bonus will be as follow. Our campaign fee will be what? $100 instead of $80, but now we are still working with $80. I believe that is understood. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, ma. Now we look at this aspect, which is extra campaign cash award. SWIFTtrip runner. You can be considered as SWIFTtrip runner if you help 50 persons see the light in SWIFTtrip. You help them see the opportunity in SWIFTtrip, and the company appreciates you with what? $50. If all of these 50 persons are directly registered under you, are not talking about the total of both the first, second, third, and fourth generation. No, we are just talking about first generation. Okay, so the company appreciates you with $50 extra. And if you talk to more persons and you're able to get 500 persons directly registered under you, the company appreciates you with $1,000, and you are known as the SWIFTtrip icon. Okay, you're being given the icon award. And you go ahead and you talk to more persons, you're able to register 500, 501, 600, 7, 8, 900 persons directly under you, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 persons directly under the company appreciate you with what? $10,000, and you are seen as what? The face of SWIFTtrip. You're given the star award. Amazing. All of these are benefit. All of these are extra cash award that is available now that we are at the vision phase. So you can see that we are telling you that you shouldn't miss SWIFTtrip, because if you're serious with this business, SWIFTtrip, you will make massive money from it now that we've not even launched business. How much more when we launch the business? Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for anything. Don't let anybody talk you out. Don't let your mentor talk you out. Don't let your teacher, your lecturer, don't let your pastor talk you out of SWIFTtrip. Don't let anyone talk you out of SWIFTtrip. Can we still hear me? Okay. Now, let us look at the next slide, which says subscribe. Now, you want to make your subscription fee. You want to make your payment. Please, if you're making your payment, make sure you're making your payment to the company's account, which is SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD FCMB. And that is the account number, which is 200460738. Please don't go make payment to an individual account. Make sure you're making your payment to the company's account. So for today, the payment you'll be making is $180. Make your payment of $180 to the company's account, and by tomorrow the payment will be $185. So like I said, it increases by $5 every 2 days. Okay, and it's very important. You want to know what the price is selling for. Just if you want to know, just visit the website, and let's go to the website together. I think there's also an update on the website. Let's visit the website together so we can see what it looks like. Just a minute. I'm trying to get the website. Okay. The website is www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. Okay, so that's the website, www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. If it's your first time of visiting the website, please do well to read the disclaimer before closing it. Okay, so you can see. I'm trying to zoom this in so we can see it. Oh my God. So I believe we can all see it now. Yeah, so this is it. You can see you want to make your payment of $180 today. Please check the USD inflow and also check here, because this is where it will change. Today you can see $180 here. You can see $180. So it simply means if you want to make your payment, you make your payment of $180 to the company's account by multiplying. You want to know the actual amount this will give to you in Nigerian currency. Okay, so all you just have to do is multiply 1,534. Whatever you're seeing here as at the time, multiply it by 180. Whatever it gives to you, that is what you will pay to the company's account. That's what you pay to the company's account, which is SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD FCMB NGN. You can see the account number. If you click on this box, it's copied and you make your payment. This USD outflow is what it's used for advert bonus. That's what the company uses in paying advert bonus to its shareholders. Okay, so you're not paying to the company by this outflow, but rather you're paying to the company's account with the USD inflow. Okay, now you can see it's skyrocketing to what? $250, as every 2 days this changes by $5. That's why you can also go to the website whenever you want to make your payment and check what it's selling for the day. Okay, so that is that. And if you also want to make payments via the TRC20 USDT, just click on this box in front of the TRC20. You copy the wallet address. Don't let anybody send you the wallet address, please. Don't go save this wallet address. Make sure you're always here in the website to copy the wallet address whenever you want to make your payment. Okay, once you do that, you click on OK, and you want to make your payment via BEP20, which is the USDT. You click on the box here to copy it. You want to make your payment via BTC, click on the box here to copy it, and the wallet address is copied. So that is that. You can see we are moving for upwards to what? $250. Do not hesitate. Now that you've heard about it, you have the money, please make sure you venture into Swift. Make sure you register. You take the bull by the own. Okay, now here is our application form. You can get the application form for our loan project, for our 20-story hospitality project. Okay, so get the application form, which is at www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com, which is a website, and in this you will also get detail, and you will get the form of which you can fill and then make your payment. So like I said earlier on, congratulations to you and I, to every one of us, that today we can proudly say we own 9 plots of land worth 900 million naira, and we did it. We were able to achieve that because of you. And soonest we will be pointing at the building and say, you see that 20-story building out there? I am the owner, you are the owner of it, and we are happy that we are at this phase. Okay, together we will do great things. So here is the 20-story building. Here's the 20-story hospitality project, Swift Homes, our hotel. So there's a loan program ongoing, and this project is worth 10.9 billion naira. Our land secured already, just like I said, and the minimum investment you can give to the company is $1 million naira. Now, do you have $1 million naira in your bank account waiting and just getting and the money is just depreciating as the day goes by, from charges from the bank, from birthday charges, from wishes, maybe let's say Easter wishes, Salah wishes? Your money is just depreciating because from every text message they send to you, they deduct the money. It could be 15 naira, it could be 16 naira, it could be 20 naira as the case may be, but know that if your money is in the bank, you won't go get that same 1 million naira the same way it must have depreciated. So instead of keeping it in the bank, why don't you give to the company in support of this loan project that is ongoing, and in 3 months time rather, you get 30% to 50% ROI. That is, if you're giving from 1 million to 4.9 million, you're getting 30% in 3 months, 30% ROI in 3 months. If you're giving from 5 million naira above, you're getting 50% ROI in 3 months. This is also another means for you to earn in SWIFTtrip as a shareholder of SWIFTtrip. Please take note, this loan program is only for shareholders of SWIFTtrip. And if maybe you have someone who is not a shareholder of SWIFTtrip, and the person says, oh, I love it, in 3 months I'm getting 30 to 50% ROI if I give so and so amount, I want to be part of it. Sir, they cannot be part of it if they are not shareholders of SWIFTtrip. So for them to be part of it, they will first of all need to register as a shareholder of SWIFTtrip. Okay, so once they register, then they can give their loan to the company, okay, from 1 million, like I say, to 2 billion naira. And this offer lasts till 31st of July 2025. Okay, and to the shareholders of SWIFTtrip as well, we used to say 1 man to 1 unit. Yes, but there is a promo in this month of July that is giving the shareholders the privilege to own multiple units, to own up to 10 units in SWIFTtrip. Yes, all of this is in support of the building, the 20-story hospitality project ongoing. You can own multiple units. The same way one account will pay you is the same way those multiple accounts, maybe the extra 2 accounts you will buy, extra 3, extra 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 accounts you will buy. That's the exact same way it will pay you. So this is an opportunity. Did you miss out on being a stakeholder in SWIFTtrip? Please, this is another opportunity of which you can increase your means of earning in SWIFTtrip, because the stakes note is never coming back. So you can get multiple units now in SWIFTtrip. After July 31st, this offer is no more. Okay, so like I said, don't hesitate. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's look at this. Yes, you want to get the loan application form. Even if you don't have the money now, hopefully you're expecting the money by weekend or by month's end. You can go ahead and download the form, print the form, fill the form, and scan it. Then submit it to this number here on WhatsApp. Okay, submit it to that number on WhatsApp. Then download. You can also download the MOU template and also go through it, because by the time you make your loan of by the time you make your payment, that's the loan offer to the company, an MOU will be given to you, okay, of which I advise you go through that MOU. Thank you very much. And we say learn more about the loan program. Watch this video. It will also give you better insight of the loan program. And this is also an AI generated video of what the Swift homes will look like. Okay, so you can see the CEO speaking directly from the land we purchased, addressing the shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Okay, now watch this video to give you a better understanding of SWIFTtrip. So this slide is reminding us of our Telegram meeting every day, 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. Of course, you ought to be available to join the Telegram meeting at 8 p.m. or 10 a.m. every day, Monday till Saturday. We are always live here on Telegram. Okay, now on Sunday we appear just once. On Sunday rather, at 8 p.m. So do well to invite. Make sure as you're coming for the Telegram meeting, you're not coming alone. You're coming with someone. You're inviting your friend. You're inviting your colleague. You're inviting your prospects, those you told about. So to make sure you are not coming alone. We will help you do the talking. We have great ambassadors of SWIFTtrip. We have great speakers of SWIFTtrip that will help you do the talking. You don't necessarily need to do the talking. Just invite them here and they will get detailed understanding of what this business is all about. Please do well to go through the website, and you can see this has been updated as well. The no slot, which is currently $180, and this profit share subscription is $100. Okay, this is the old one. The current one now that is in vogue. Okay, so by tomorrow, I believe this will change to $150. $185. Okay, so that is that. Just take note of all of these, and then that is that. Go to the website and get better understanding of the loan program and everything we've discussed about. So back to this slide. Once you're done making your payment of whatever it's selling for the day, 180 today, 185 by tomorrow, then in 3 days time, that's after the 180, 2 days later on, it sells, it increases as well by $5. Okay, so once you've made your payment, send that proof of payment to your sponsor. Who is your sponsor? The person that invited you to this meeting, the person that shared the link to you, the person that you viewed SWIFTtrip on his or her status, the person that talked to you about SWIFTtrip. That person is your sponsor. That person is the person you need to send your proof of payment to, and not just your proof of payment, but also your full name. There's no nickname in SWIFTtrip. You will send your full name, your email, and your phone number. These are the details needed for your registration. Then that your sponsor will contact the hub admin of that state. If there is no hub admin in that state, your sponsor will contact the company's admin, and this is the company's admin on the screen: 080-665-332. Okay, so that is that. And in case you want to know if there is hub admin in your state, do well to connect with this company admin, and then you will be well directed. Let us look at this next slide, which is ticket booking at the head office. This is for every one of us in River State, Port Harcourt. You can book your ticket by sending your name to this number on the screen: 0903-944-9537. Send your name to this number and your ticket will book. If you're coming with someone, also send a person's name to this number. Okay, so that is that. And for today, we want to say a very big thank you to every one of us who stayed till the end of this presentation. We say thank you. We say thank you, and together we will do great things. So this is time for question. And before we take the question, we'll quickly do one thing, which is introducing the hub admins of SWIFTtrip in the house today. Those of us that it's our first time of joining us in this Telegram meeting, we will introduce you to the hub admins of SWIFTtrip, so you look and see if you can connect with them. Please do well to connect with them if there's any hub admin in your state. So very first and foremost, we have Mommy Christy Ngozi Akpabio, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Lagos State. Okay, thank you very much, Mommy, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. We really appreciate you. And to the hub admins, to the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, those that are connecting with us for the very first time, or those that has already been here, you are in Lagos State, please do want to connect with Mommy Christy, and she will guide you on everything you need to know about SWIFTtrip. Okay, so connect with her and she will put you right. Then we also have here in the house our ambassador, Goodluck Wachuku, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Anambra. Okay, it is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Anambra. So if you're in Anambra, please do want to connect with Ambassador Goodluck Wachuku. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. Then we have Ambassador Dr. Tamke, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Edo State. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. Please, if you're in Edo State, do well to connect with Ambassador Dr. Tamke. Okay, thank you very much, able shareholders, and also Ambassador of SWIFTtrip. Then we also have Ambassador Dr. Nna, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abakaliki. He is the second hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abakaliki. So if you're in Abakaliki, please do well to connect with Ambassador Dr. Nna, and it will put you right in everything you need to know about SWIFTtrip. Okay, thank you very much, sir, for all you do for us. And we also have Ambassadress Madam Chinoyere, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Germany. To our foreign friends, to those of us that are in Germany, please do well to connect with Ambassadress Chinoyere. She is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip. If you have questions, you want clarity on anything, please do well to connect with her, and she will guide you perfectly well. Okay, let's see who we have here as well. Okay, our own doctor, Ambassadress Mommy Ifeanyi Selling. She is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Imo State. in Imo State. If you're in Imo State, please do well to connect with Ambassadress Chinoyere. Ambassadress Ifeanyi Selling. Okay, thank you very much, Mommy, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. And we are also looking at the next hub admin, who is in person of Ambassador Cyprian Chukwuma, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Enugu State. So if you're in Enugu, please do well to connect with Ambassador Chukwuma Cyprian. He is your hub admin over there in Enugu. Okay, so let us connect with him if you are residing in Enugu State. Then let's look at who we also have here. Ambassador Chukwuemeka, thank you very much. You can see Ambassador Chukwuemeka. He is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abakaliki, the first hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abakaliki. So if you're in Abakaliki, please do well to connect with Ambassador Chukwuemeka. Okay, let us connect with him. If you need any question, if you need clarity on anything, Ambassador Chukwuemeka is always there to attend to you. He's also one of our able speakers here in the meeting. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. Let's see who we have. Who else do we have in the house? My mic is not on. My mic is on. Can we hear me? Can we hear me? Can we hear me now? All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I've introduced Ambassador Chukwuemeka. And let's see who else do we have in the house that is yet to be introduced. Okay. These are all the hub admins we have in the house. Okay. So if you are in any of these states that we just made mention of, do well to connect with them. All right. So like I said, it's time for question. You have question. All you need to. Okay. Sorry. Ambassador Shedrack Yakubu, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abuja. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. You can see it on his write-up. Abuja hub admin. If you're in Abuja, please do well to connect with Ambassador Shedrack Yakubu. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for us. Okay, so I think that should be all the hub admin available in the meeting today. We have hub admin in Nigeria and also outside Nigeria in different states, also in Nigeria. So, all right, it's time for question. And if you have question, all you need to do is to raise